Talk Alabama football with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama each and every Wednesday night. You can also join Stephen on his show, The Way It Is, Fox 97.9, each and every weekday from 2 to 4 Central Time. I have pulled up the Mercer Auburn box score from September. I believe this was week 2. Auburn only beat Mercer, as you recall, Stephen, 24-10. And so Mercer was able to hang in that game. It was 10-3 at halftime. So the Bears were a bit unruly on that day and were able to keep up with Auburn and Jarrett Stidham and company. Even though Stidham hit 32 of 37 passes, a lot of that underneath and threw 0 touchdowns. This was a game where Kerryon Johnson was on the shelf and Cam Petway at 34 carries.
That was an interesting game because, I mean, I get it. The Auburn team then, definitely not the Auburn team right now. Kerryon Johnson healthy, Stidham really playing well. Cam Petway now on the shelf as opposed to Kerryon Johnson. But this was still a Mercer team that knows what it wants to do. It's going to spread you out offensively. It's going to try to limit what you do well defensively. Saban's going to always make his spiel about how good the opponent is and not overlooking the opponent. But this is a type of game where you really judge where you are as a team and where Alabama is concerned, especially with the horizon of wanting to get to the Southeastern Conference title game, wanting to get into the college football playoff, going into this matchup, executing on both offense and defense especially, Mark, because, I mean, let's just be honest, Alabama's known for its defense. Its offense, there's moments it's good, it's moments where it's shaky, but you get what you get with Alabama's offense. The cornerstone is that defense. Everybody bases so much off that defense. You can't penetrate the Alabama defense. You can't run on Alabama's defense. You can't throw on Alabama's defense. Alabama's defense is harassing your quarterback. Everything is so much predicated on the defense. And with the defensive line that got pushed around a bit against Mississippi State, you have your attention will be zeroed in on Deshaun Hand, Deron Payne, Isaiah Buggs, Raekwon Davis, how those players fight back and respond this week, getting ready for the Iron Bowl, and then also the linebacker position. Yes, you know what you're going to get from Rashaan Evans. You know what you're going to get from Anthony Jennings. Jamie Mosley at times has shown he can be productive, but the fourth linebacker in that regular package, that 3-4, that's the linebacker spot that everybody's going to be pretty much looking on, that weak side backer position. You saw Keith Holcomb against Mississippi State, and the guy's a good kid. Great story on him. Guy's a strong rotational guy, can play on special teams, but at times Mark simply looked out of sorts against the Bulldogs, had a tough time shedding off blocks, didn't have the elite speed. At moments was waiting on Aris Williams and Nick Fitzgerald to come to him. You have got to attack those guys at the attack point. And I get it. When you look at Alabama linebackers, you're so used to the big names, the Rolando McClains, the Donta Hightowers, Reuben Fosters, Reggie Ragland, C.J. Mosleys. I get it. But Alabama even had Trey DePriest, Mark, at one point in time. And Trey DePriest probably was not the athlete that none of these guys are, but Trey DePriest met people at the attack point, and he came at guys. He didn't wait for guys to come at him. He came at guys. And the same thing for Corey Reamer. Alabama had him at one point in time. Corey Reamer the exact same way. May not have been the biggest of names or the most athletic of players, but he did not wait for the intensity to come to him. He came at the intensity. And that's something that Keith Holcomb did not do. And against a team like Auburn, they're keying in on that. They're seeing, okay, we're watching this tape of Mississippi State. This guy's shying away from the contact. This guy's not meeting our guy head on. And we got one of the better running backs in college football in Kerryon Johnson. Let's test out this matchup. So against Mercer this week, you're Alabama. You've got Dylan Moses, Ben Davis, Vondarius Cowan. Yes, those three guys, freshmen, young guys. but then you also have Keith Holcomb. Who do you trust at that weak side backer position to get you ready, not just against Mercer, but to have you in a good spot where you travel to Jordan Hare and play against Auburn? And right now, as much as you love and respect and admire the play that Keith Holcomb has been able to put up prior to last week, you almost have to look at one of these young guys and go with, well, they have the higher ceiling. Let's see what we can do with one of these guys.